What is up, guys, and welcome back to another Riders Republic skateboarding video. Today we'll be doing something that is pretty interesting in my opinion, hopefully also yours, but it should be, because I've been seeing a lot of my comments that you've been really impressed with the animations of Riders Republic skateboarding. And I can definitely understand that, but I think it's time we really put it to the test and compare it to another game. And that game is of course Skate 3, a game that I think a lot of people consider to be like the golden standard for good animations in a skateboarding game, to the point where you can just cruise around and just like play the game and the tricks feel good because of the way they look, but also to the point where it looks so good that you can do these realistic video parts with. And it's just so impressive that this is like way more than a decade old at this point, and we're still like comparing this to the new games. So we will be watching the same flat ground trick in first Skate 3 and then Riders Republic, and then you guys can go to the comment section and let me know how the games do. The first trick is a kickflip, and I actually think Skate 3 has a pretty good one, but Riders Republic is just so flowy. I love the style. Something you do have to say though is that you had multiple styles to choose from in Skate 3, but with this like one style in Riders Republic, does that make up for it? And also just it being a way newer game, graphics are looking better, it's more flowy, more stable frame rate. But yeah, what are you guys' opinions? Like, they are very different, some of the tricks, especially the varial flip here. I've never really liked the axis that the board flips at in the skate games, but I actually love the way it looks in Riders Republic. And something you'll see in a little bit after we're done with the basic nollie tricks here is how big spins have never really been done well in a skateboarding game, I think. But Riders Republic actually has a pretty good take on that. I also really like the nollie hard flip in Riders Republic. Nollie and wet heel, I think Skate 3 wins that one, but I like the Riders Republic one because it's closer to what mine looks like. But here the nollie varial flip, that's a definite win for Riders Republic in my opinion. And same with all like the 180 flip tricks. I just think, yeah, there's a bit with the landing in Skate 3 on 180 flip tricks, or just 180 tricks in general. But also here you see the big spins. Like, look at that. I love the ankle of like the board scooping. It just looks so good. And the big flip in Skate 3, I do not really like that one, but it looks really good in Riders Republic. I also added in a kickflip body barrel just to see what that looks like. And here the nollie flip tricks, nollie 180 flip tricks, I don't really think hold up in Skate 3 anymore, but they look so good in Riders Republic. And this is not to like trash Skate 3. You gotta take into consideration that this is a very old game at this point. And Riders Republic should definitely be winning this battle if you're asking me, with all the years it has had to do better, I guess. So you could actually say that, you know, Riders Republic definitely should be winning this video, but at the same time, the games are different. Like Skate 3, obviously all about skateboarding. It makes sense there are multiple... What is happening here? It makes sense that there's multiple styles you can choose from. And, you know, Riders Republic don't really have the style thing, but it does have a sports thing. So you've got all these other sports, and just skateboarding looking and feeling the way it does right now, I think is pretty impressive. Oh, I did not mean to change sport here. Oh, that was nice. But the flat ground tricks you watched in Skate 3, that is actually not the first time I've used them. I have also used them in a comparison video with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. And that video was probably a bit mean to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, because, you know, you obviously already know the fact that Skate 3 won that one. I basically just like took Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 by the neck, dragged it over to a mirror and said, this is how ugly you are. That's what I did for that video. But I think this video is more like what it should actually be, like the newer game actually having better animations than the older one. And you know, I will always love Skate 3. I'm doing a lot of kickflip crooks, but I just really like how that trick looks in this game. backside heel over the bikes. But there's just so much fun stuff you can do in this game. Half cap crooks. Little 5-0 here into a nose grind. It's very arcadey too. Like Skate 3 could be that with the easy difficulty for sure. Oh, look at that. It's definitely an easier game than Skate 3, but at the same time, it can be just as satisfying to land, like, good-looking tricks. Wow. But I'd love to know if you guys agree with me on stuff like the varial flips. I think they look way better in Riders Republic, and especially like big flips, especially the fakey big flip. I think that one looks so good. I think a regular bigger flip in Skate 3 looks okay, if you guys remember that one, but it looks a little bit better in Riders Republic, I would say, because sometimes the axis of the board is kind of weird in the air. I'm not trying to bigger spin, but okay, that one probably looks a bit better too. Oh, see, those are just looking so good. And you know, Riders Republic actually has some tricks that you can't really do in Skate 3, so I also appreciate that fact. Like, we can just let our shove. Same thing for our tray flips. And I also think same thing for our laser flips, right? Jesus Christ. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like, was this an unnecessary video? Is it interesting to see where animations were back in the day and where they are now? And what tricks do you think has been improved the most? And do you agree with me when I say the things about big spins and varial flips? You don't have to. But I do think it's an interesting conversation. Still, like, comparing stuff to Skate 3 so many years later. It's just such a good game. But I think that was it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it interesting. Until the next one here on the channel, I hope you will have it good. Peace out. Makes sense there are multiple... What is happening here?